The method of science is the ideal. So, scientific research is systematic, controlled, empirical, amoral, public, and a critical investigation of natural phenomena. Science comes from the Latin word secre, to know, and scientific knowledge is gained through scientific research. So it is systematic and controlled, to parse out the influence of different factors on phenomena and to minimize the effects of random variables and the effects of confounding variables. It is methodological, to rule out alternative explanations of a particular finding. The method of science is amoral. Findings do not have a moral value. They are not good or bad. Research findings are evaluated in terms of their reliability and their validity. It is public. It has to be evaluated by other independent individuals of equal knowledge and training prior to being published in a professional journal, the peer review process. Critic, one who informs and expresses judgments on the merits, faults, values, or truth of the matter. So critical readers are the critical thinkers, and critical thinking is the foundation of an effective professional practice. Scientific research is an exercise of empiricism and rationalism. Empiricism is to create knowledge through experience and evidence, and to use evidence from a particular case to make inferences about general principles. This is called inductive. Rationalism is to gain knowledge by an exercise of logical thought, and to use general principles to make inferences about specific cases, deductive reasoning. Research is a process of testing rather than proving. It implies an objectivity that lets the data lead where they will. Basic research is the focus on the development of knowledge. Basic research is used to explore the fundamental bases of behavior without regard to how those bases are manifested in the real world. Basic research aims to explain, predict, and describe fundamental bases of behavior. For example, a popular memory procedure is to have people respond to words on a computer screen as fast as they can. For example, saying the word, pressing a key. This can tell researchers about how much information in your memory is linked to other information. Does this ever happen in real life? Outside of a really weird video game? Probably not. Is it important? Yes, it can tell us a great deal about the processes of memory. Applied research focuses on solving some particular real-life problem. You solve problems of immediate consequences. Applied research deals with solving particular problems and generally employs empirical methodologies. Because applied research resides in a messy world, strict research protocols may need to be relaxed. For example, it may be impossible to use random samples. Research that is not conducted for the sake of basic knowledge may turn out to have an important application. And research conducted to solve an immediate problem may provide basic information concerning the nature of some phenomena. Who are the people in our field producing research? Well, there are professors like us in communication sciences and disorders, linguists, psychologists, biologists, neurologists, speech scientists, physicists, mathematics, doctoral and master level students, and clinicians. So why do we need research? I want to highlight this clinical report put out by ASHA. Think about what I'm reading. The professors of speech pathology and audiology cannot rely primarily on researchers from other disciplines to create knowledge that will have direct relevance to the clinical practice. The major part of this responsibility must be assumed by researchers trained in the discipline. Without a consistent flow of new research relevant to the profession, speech-language pathology and audiology will stagnate. If we fail to provide an expanding knowledge base, the inevitable outcome will be a loss of autonomy for the professions, leaving us with a technical rather than professional image among other healthcare providers. In large measure, it is the capacity to create its own knowledge base and clinical methods that distinguishes autonomous human service professions from technical applications. So this elevates us. Research in our field elevates our profession.